Hi guys, so I'm going to talk today about SeneGence MakeSense foundation, the different types, the different formulas, a couple tips and tricks with it, the best ways to apply it, and some other things. So first of all, we have three different options when it comes to foundation. So we have the anti-aging foundation, which is going to be blended with moisturizers and basically a boost of anti-aging ingredients for more mature skin. I also recommend the anti-aging foundation for people with dry skin. So if you suffer from like dry skin, even if you're not ready for an anti-aging foundation, I really recommend the anti-aging because it's just gonna give you more hydration while you wear it. Another good thing about the anti-aging foundation is it probably gives the best coverage out of all of the foundations. So that's kind of my little spiel on that. In the middle and the foundation I recommend for anybody with oily skin is the original MakeSense foundation, and that is completely oil free. All of our foundations are water resistant. It's going to be very lightweight and very stay proof. It still gives you a very good coverage, just about one little bump down from the full coverage that the anti-aging gives you. And then our third option is not quite as lightweight as the original. It's kind of in between both, and that is our tinted moisturizer. But the tinted moisturizer is going to give you about a medium coverage. But the coolest thing about the tinted moisturizer is it's blended with green concealer. So if you're somebody who has like redness maybe around your nose, on your cheeks or something like that, the tinted moisturizer is going to neutralize all that redness all in one spot, so you don't have to use different products to neutralize the redness. So that is huge. Another thing is if you want a boost of coverage with your foundation, you can put tinted moisturizer on and then foundation and just get full coverage. Like I said, oily skin, you want original foundation. Dry skin, you want anti-aging foundation. And if you're just somebody who likes to throw on a little bit something to like neutralize, not look so red, give you a little bit of coverage and run out the door, I think tinted moisturizer is definitely needs to be on your list. So that's the little background on tinted moisturizer and foundation. I'm just going to show you guys the best way to apply foundation, and I'm going to show you a little trick that I have been loving lately. Not sure why, but I have been just obsessing over it. So really quick, when I apply foundation, and this is totally up to you, I like to put my concealer on before foundation. Some people like to do it after, some people do it both, but that just depends on the person. I like to throw a little bit of concealer on underneath my foundation, so I like to put some right here just to brighten up my under eye, like this. And then if I have any blemishes I want to cover, I just put a little bit over the top of those too. Foundation's going to cover most of it, but just to give me a little something, I like to do that. So I'm going to go in with my foundation shade, and I'm actually using anti-aging this time of year because my skin is a little bit more dry. I'm recording this in the winter, so I use about almost 2 pumps of foundation, but my trick is I add a little bit of pearlizer. So pearlizer is like our liquid highlight, comes in a foundation size. One bottle lasts me forever. I don't think I've ever had to buy a new one, and it's been 2 years since I got it. So I've had it for a while. I'm not guaranteeing that's how long it'll last you if you use it more than me, but lasts me a long time. So I did about half a pump of pearlizer and I mixed it in with my foundation, and it just kind of gives me that like dewy glow. So if you're somebody who like already is oily and like doesn't need any more of that, don't do this. But if you want a little something extra to maybe make your skin look more luminous, definitely try this trick. But the next thing is, with any of our foundations, and pretty much any foundation, especially if it's a liquid foundation, if you apply it like this, in a patting motion instead of a swiping motion, you're gonna get more coverage and you're gonna get more use out of a bottle, because your coverage, see those blemishes are like gone, your coverage is going to be way better because you're not just rubbing stuff around on your face, but also it's going to cover your pores. I'm going to explain that in just a second. So when you're patting this on, so whether you have wrinkles or large pores or anything you're really trying to cover, any nook and cranny, you're going to be covering it better when you do the patting motion compared to anything else. So let's just use, this is a bottle cap for one of my hairsprays back here. Let's pretend this is a pore. So if you're going like this with your brush over it, you're only getting foundation on the outside of the pore, and this inside of the pore is going to stay naked and not the same color as the foundation you're putting on. If you're patting it and pressing it, it's going to fill the pore or wrinkle with the product so everything looks neutral. If you're just going over it, you're actually accentuating your pores and wrinkles because you're not covering the whole surface of that pore and wrinkle. If you do have maybe parts of your skin like around the eyes that are more folded over, lightly tug it down and get in there. Same thing, you want to cover all of the skin so those areas that you're trying to conceal and cover aren't standing out more. So that is foundation. If you are somebody like me who typically has oily skin, or you're just stubborn and like setting your makeup in, technically SeneGence's makeup doesn't have to be set with a powder. I just really like the feel of powder over a liquid foundation, so I like it. I don't know. So what I do is take our natural powder. If you have it in this container, that's awesome. This is how you're going to activate it and get the product to the surface. I am a brush fanatic, so I tend to like using my own brushes. So I just poured it into an old makeup container. This probably isn't the most sanitary thing for those of you who are very germ conscious, but I really like it. So this is SeneGence's natural powder. It's gonna set in my foundation. The cool thing about our powders are they're actually one molecule away from being a moisturizer. So these are actually hydrating powders, which is crazy. So even though they're setting in your foundation, they're gonna absorb oil throughout the day. They're not gonna dry you out or make you look cakey or flaky, if you can see that. So that is SeneGence foundation. If you have any questions, be sure to ask. I have the link to purchase in the description of this video.